members of that team in the feature match this round, all playing for trophies.
I think they might have figured it out, huh?
Yes, they did. That draft testing paid off. Take a look at Sean Goddard here. Started playing in 2013, had a top 8 last year at Pro Tour Thunder Junctions. Top 8'd a Mox twice as well, so a good online player as well is Sean Goddard. Those are the 2 top finishes to his name there. Up against Luis Salvatto. When it comes to winning a modern Pro Tour, Luis knows how to do it. He did it with Lantern Control at Pro Tour Rivals of Ixalan in 2018. A deck I don't love, Luis, I must say, but he does know how to play modern 7 Grand Prix top 8s and 2 wins to Luis Salvatto's name as well. So this is for the pod. Talk to me about these decks. They must be sweet, Corey.
Yeah, let's take a look at the deck, starting with Sean Goddard's deck. It is a nice one. We got a nice little Celestia beatdown deck, and I gotta say, there are 12 uncommons or rares in this deck.
What?
That
Nice.
tells you anything about that you are drafting the seat correctly.
Oh,
you
boy.
picked what's open, so let's take a look at the graphic here. Really nice stuff. We have these 2 incredibly powerful vehicles here. I am a huge fan of the greenhouse, being able to put a counter on a bunch of your stuff. We have the Sunstar Lightsmith to be able to draw a bunch of cards for double spelling. That paired with a bunch of warp, and I mean, that goes crazy. That stuff goes crazy really fast. So nice deck here from Goddard. Sean Goddard, absolutely. And Luis Salvatto has one of my favorite combos that you can possibly do. We can go Sledge class Siege Ship into warp, the anti-casual Vestige, and just crew it immediately, and then put a gigantic thing into play. I mean,
Speak about gigantic.
Yeah.
You've got the 9-drop in there.
I mean, you gotta have some big stuff that you're gonna put into play.
What
so.
a Chad.
Yeah. This deck is sweet, though. A lot of power from both players. I'm excited for this finals.
Absolutely. Starting out 3-0 in draft, the dream for anybody who starts here at the Pro Tour this weekend. Marshall and Paul with the call here for the pod.
Thank you, Maria. Welcome back to the booth here at Pro Tour Edge of Eternity's Marshall Sutcliffe and Paul Cheon, bringing you our 3rd round of booster draft here in the morning. We're just getting our tournament started. A draft, a couple of rounds, and then just like that, we'll be into modern. So we're going to have to savor this last round of limited. As you saw, we have Luis Salvatto versus Sean Goddard, and they've got some heavy hitters in the deck compartment here, or department here, as you can see. Both of these players with solid top finishes, including that win from Salvatto.
Yeah, interesting to see that both of these players were to the left and right of Ken Yukuhira, both of them on green decks. And honestly, from just this pot alone, I think that's the 3rd Gruul deck that we've seen. JD, Max, and then also now here in Luis Salvatto. And then Sean Goddard also drafting green. So that's 4 green drafters at this table. You know, coming into the format early on, a lot of people are talking about how deep green was as a color, and I mean, we have some proof right here. We have 4 green drafters, many of them doing well.
Well supported here. Some potential for very large spells to be cast here, particularly at a Salvatto's side of the battlefield.
But very different approaches here. Typically, when you're drafting the green-white deck, you're usually kind of heavy white. You wanna be aggressive. Whereas when you're the Gruul deck, you really want the games to go long, activate your landers, and then just start playing 6, 7, 8 mana cards.
As you see here, even if you're trying to ramp, it is important that you get off to a quick start. Both players with 1-drops this game.
Yeah, Gene Pollinator.
Gene, Pollinator.
Gene Pollinator has been so strong, so much better than I would have expected just reading the card.
Yeah.
We've seen many cards like this in the past, but the line of text is so important here because most of those permanents in the past always say tap another creature. In this instance, it's tap another permanent. So you can tap landers, you can use it to help filter your mana by tapping your other lands, and just that knob alone has turned this into one of Green's best commons.
Absolutely. I always end up tapping like cryo shatters and stuff with
right,
you know,
yeah.
It's just like things that you may not think of. You see a Starport Security was the first play there for Goddard.
Yeah, can't really...
He's got a Dockworker drone as well.
Yeah, and just attacking with the 2/2 here, and Luis without a play here, and that's common. Sometimes when you play a ramp-style strategy, you often will have some clunky draws where, you know, if you draw too many of the top end of your curve, you're just not going to be able to do stuff early.
You see, cares about +1/+1 counters being a sub-theme here for Sean.
Oh, no 4-drop here either. However,
Wow.
Luis does have a grav kill that he can cast off of the Pollinator.
Come back.
Likely going to be using this to maybe kill the Meltstrider Eulogist here.
And that's what he's going to do. That's the biggest creature and the most annoying long term. And it does mean that he only takes 2 damage here. He did gain 2 off the worm, so he only drops to 17 after taking a couple of hits.
Yeah, I mean, Luis sitting at a fairly comfortable life total here, and Sean does not have land drop number 4 here to double spell here. And if Luis can find land number 5 here, this is the big thing. If you can find land number 5, you just play out the Germinating Worm. All of a sudden, you're at 19, and you have the biggest creature on the battlefield.
Looks like he didn't, but he did find a Sledge class Siege ship.
Yeah, but that's not great.
Slow.
It's a little bit slow. I guess next turn you can play out the Germinating Worm because now you can tap down the Siege ship for a mana.
True.
Right?
If he finds a land, it's even better because you can get the
course.
Siege ship in the air that turn.
Right, and then you can actually station it, and it'll actually go up to 7. So then if you have another big thing in your hand, and we know Luis has a Territorial Bruntar,
He can
that'll
turn
be
it
great.
sideways, yeah. So this is a big draw here, an untapped land here for Salvatto. Could be some serious
that's
business
not-
for him. And well, there's land number 4, sort of, for Sean Goddard.
Yeah, and can play out. This is actually kind of interesting here because Luis missed the land drop, right?
Yes,
Like
both
you,
players.
You could be tempted to just kill the Pollinator here because if you kill the Pollinator, the Siege will just not be turned on next turn no matter what. Even if you draw land number 5 here for the Germinating Worm, and Luis Salvatto missed land drop number 5.
He's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or just run out the Pulsar Squadron Ace. You could also keep up the 1-drop and just use it as a tapper. But I think he's really considering using Close Encounter here. Yeah.
Wow, that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, but it's full bore to protect it.
And that gave it +3/+2, so even if you used the Shepherd, it would not have been enough.
Wouldn't have been enough. And here we go. This
Whoa.
is exactly the
This is
sequence that we talked
huge.
about. This is the floodgates being opened here for Salvatto because now he gets to put he puts a Nebula Dragon in play.
Wow.
Wow, that full bore into this was like the whole game crashing down on Sean.
And now Luis can attack again next turn and play a Bruntar for free.
Rude.
Sorry?
Pretty rude.
What is your sorry?
I mean,
I need the wins more than you.
talk about just completely snowballing the game out of control here. Luis at one point didn't do anything turn 3, played the Siege ship, missed the land drop, and now we're looking at 13 power on his side of the battlefield in 1 turn.
And he killed a creature on the other side for his troubles.
Yeah, and it's just going to be so hard if you're the white-green deck with this board to be able to come back with Luis sitting at 15 life.
Man, full bore saving the day.
Absolutely.
Other dock worker drone here for Sean. He's he's got 3 of them.
And you know, if you're on Sean's side, I think he did all the correct things. I think you recognize that Luis missed the land drop here, recognize that the Siege ship can be problematic, going for the removal spell, and just Luis had the perfect answer with that full bore. Jeez.
And he's gonna
Focus fire.
now he
Yeah.
gets to focus fire, but
Damage has been done.
yeah, not only did it get in for some actual damage, but also put 2. It puts 7-drop and a 6-drop into play.
Yeah.
13 mana for free.
Right, and now the Bruntard triggers, and you're just getting a spell every turn. Can actually cast it off of the Brood Tender. Excuse me, the Pollinator. Doesn't have the mana to activate it instantly, but there is an anti-causal vestige in the graveyard that you can reanimate off the Brood Tender next turn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good card to start setting up, but it's so late to the battlefield here.
Now
What
there's
did he
an
hit?
Orbital Plunge. You can kill the Lightsmith here if you want. I assume that's where it's going to go. You get a lander. That's an additional card. Maybe you don't crack the lander now because you don't have the mana to cast a spell.
Yeah, you don't
but I
have mana
mean,
left
Sean
over.
is just going to be dead. I mean, next turn here.
Yeah, and it looks like Salvatto is just going for all of it. And that is going to be game number 1 going to Luis Salvatto. Wow, I just cannot get over that sequence of, okay, fine. I can see the writing on the wall. I'm going to go ahead and kill your mana creature. And instead,
what a
it was
turnaround.
combat trick to save it, and then boom, land off the top, and all of a sudden, there's a Nebula Dragon. You're getting hit for 4. There's a Territorial Brutar the next turn.
That's one of the best seed chips I've ever seen. That was impressive. Fairly slow hand here out of Luis. There is an Orbital Plunge, but we're looking at a hand with a 7-drop and a 9-drop and a bunch of lands.
Whoa, he's playing Bygone Colossus?
He is. That's interesting. Perhaps he needed another top-end threat. If you put it into play off the seed chip, it's pretty sweet. But
is it?
I mean, I personally haven't played this that often. Where I would look to play this is if I have a lot of...
Wait a minute. Have you ever played it?
Okay, I've never played it. But
you were being nice.
But if I were to play it, it would be in a spot where I have some huge spacecrafts.
Okay.
And maybe I want to be able to station it.
And maybe be able
for
to
a
cheat
cheap
it into
cost.
play, and at 3, right.
Right.
That did seem like kind of the deal with it,
Yeah.
right? It in many ways reads 3, get any spacecraft into the air.
Right, but there's just enough big things that exist in the format where you generally just don't need to ever play the Bygone Colossus. Oh, there is that combo, right? He is playing full bore.
Yes.
So you can just 12 your opponent.
I wonder if that's the deal, because
Yeah.
Full Bore is another card that doesn't actually see that much play. You can
Right.
tell that it has a lot of potential, but it doesn't fit the format super well. Mainly just because, you know, in these ramp decks, you kind of need every slot, and especially if you're splashing like Luis's, those slots disappear really quickly, and when you start getting down to like kind of conditional pump spell, you're like, yeah, no.
Well, you know, Modern
But that
is
is a sick combo.
Modern is defined by 2-card combos, and maybe Luis is just trying to get a little bit of that in the draft portion as well here.
I like it. It's hard to blame him.
So Sean here missing
Yeah,
some
again.
land drops here. Rabley Trooper really strong in the aggressive white decks, but yeah, no play here. And Luis with just no shortage of top-end stuff here.
I mean, this is going to end very quickly if Sean doesn't hit a
Oh,
land
man.
drop very quickly.
Tannock into land with a lander in play.
17
So
draw card.
2 more.
Yeah, draw another card,
Yeah.
deal 2 damage, play a Nebula Dragon. You can even hard cast the Bygone Colossus pretty soon.
Sean was like, get a quick 3-0,
Right?
transition over to Modern, and you can see the look on his face after that last sequence there from Salvatto kind of says, 2-1, I can live with that, I guess.
Right, and at this point, it just feels like it's a little bit too late, especially given the action that's in Salvatto's hand, right? It's just, you know, Sean's hand is fine, but he doesn't even, right now, he doesn't even have an answer for the Tannock. You have a Shattered Wings. I suppose you can use that on a Pollinator.
Yeah, but it just feels like with 6 mana out
Right.
there, yeah. Eulogist is going to hit the battlefield, but the truth is that Sean's list is very curve-out centric.
Right.
And it's very good at it. He had a really good curve, a lot of synergistic creatures, a lot of baseline power and toughness on the battlefield, let's go type stuff.
Yep.
But when you're this outclassed mana-wise, I
Right.
mean, look, you're casting a 3-mana 3/3. They're casting a 4/4 that does 3 damage and has flying. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. And, I mean, Sean does have a fantastic deck with a great mana curve here, but
You can tell he's disappointed.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think he knew he had a good shot at a 3-0 here.
Yeah, and if you look at Luis's hand here too, next turn, land, Biotech Specialist, crack the land, draw another card, deal 4 damage, by the way, right? Because Tannock will deal 2 and the Specialist deals 2. Still have the mana to also cast Tapestry Warden next turn.
Paul, I'm only here for Bygone Colossus Full Bore. If it's anything else, it's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we might even see a... I guess it won't be quite over yet. Well, there you go. We
And look at Sean laughing. He's like, I've never even seen this thing on the battlefield
9-9,
before.
baby! That is the first Colossus I've ever seen, and I've drafted this format 60 times.
I know, I love it. Both players are just loving it. And Sean, you know, it's actually better that he played that because he gets to go back to his team and say, you know, I lost to some guy playing Bygone Colossus in the finals. It happened to be Luis Salvatto. Okay, fine.
Yes.
It's awesome because they're teammates here, too.
Right. Well, that's even better, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
just some guy, you know?
I mean, Sean does have some chumps available, right? We have the Rayblade Trooper. You put a counter on the security. You block. Then you make a 1-1. So you can block the 9-9 for a little bit.
So you're telling me he's got a chance? Or?
Maybe we top deck a full board just to really...
Yeah.
Because if they didn't have the full board, I mean. All right, here's the specialist here. Crack the lander, basically deal 3 more damage to Sean, put him down to 9, draw a card. I wonder if Luis also has a Drix Fate Maker. That would also
Be effectively a game
right?
ender, yeah. Shave another turn or 2 off of the clock.
Okay, what do we get?
But right now, with Sean at 9, you know, we call that being in the abyss.
Right, you just have to chump block every turn.
Yeah.
Tapestry Warden also not terrible here because the Tannic now also attacks for 4.
Yeah? Gene can't get in there, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, the Rayblade
two.
Trooper is sitting as a 3/3, so.
If you want to know why we call it the abyss, by the way, look up the card. The abyss.
I think people could read that card and still not really sure what happens. Be sure what happens.
Yeah, well,
But
that's on them.
figure it out.
That's on them.
We're not here to explain things.
Right, wait.
Wait. Sean could potentially line up a double block on the Tannic. Get that out of the way and then just chump block the Bygone Colossus. Although at this point, the damage has kind of already been done with the Tannic. It's dealt 4 damage and drawn Luis 2 cards, and he has no more landers in hand.
And it'll take out one of these.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Luis just wants to... Okay, not shutting down the Tapper. In fact, just getting rid of the Trooper here instead. Oh, just an extra play. And Tenderfoot here with, what, 10 mana available? That's also a threat that has to be answered.
Chat has devolved into
Abyss chatter.
Abyss gotchas.
There's-
Like it targets, which it does.
There's nobody to blame but you
Yeah.
for all of this.
Yeah. Somebody says Abyss wouldn't do anything. They're all artifacts.
All right, so, I mean, that was a pretty impressive turn there from Sean, right? Scout for Survivors, getting 2 creatures into play. There's a lander, and Sean does have access to a Focus Fire, which can deal 6 damage, it looks like here.
Can we get it to 9?
It's not going to be 9. We're still in the abyss.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, a backup Tannic, although basically just a 3-mana 4/4 in this spot.
Yeah, this is really tough too, because honestly, like, there are ways from here. If you get rid of the Colossus, you know, Sean's can kind of maneuver with these counters being bounced around and stuff. But we see the Tannic here in hand, and he's going to be taking a lot of incidental damage, right?
Right.
He's got... Luis has 2 different ways to deal non-combat damage over the course of turns, and it all has to do just with like lands and landers.
And it looks like Luis taking the most conservative line here, maybe trying to play around that Focus Fire that Sean's representing here, just getting in with the largest possible creature. And then you can just drop 2 creatures this turn and then spend whatever additional mana that you have in pumping the Tenderfoot, which right now you have the mana to play both of your creatures and put a counter on the Tenderfoot, it seems.
Sean's just going to chump block.
Yep.
He's not going to go for like some double block Focus Fire thing.
Gain 2. Oh, never mind. Actually holding on to the Tannic.
Because he actually can use the Intrepid Tenderfoot twice here.
Right.
And he also got the Germinating Worm onto the battlefield too.
Yeah, and Sean not really in a position to attack either, so Luis just has enough creatures in play where nothing truly bad can happen here. Although if Sean comes back from this, that would be really impressive.
Yeah, I just keep looking, and he can buy himself a decent amount of time, but really he does need to find an answer for now multiple threats on the other side, and currently he doesn't have any that really do the trick.
So Sean passed, so it looks like Sean is on tap your stuff and keep up a focus fire.
keep a focus
or
fire.
crack a lander.
Because he could tap down the Colossus and still kill a 5/5 or a 5 toughness creature.
Now, how big is that? That's a 7/7. So that does actually let you play around focus fire, right?
Yes.
That's a nice clean attack. Sean's going to tap down to 9/9 probably. That's my guess.
Good call.
Yeah.
He did it.
These creatures are just so gigantic.
Sean's at 8 now.
But very, very heads up line there from Luis playing around that focus fire.
It's got to be so annoying for Sean because, I mean, he has managed to stay in this game somewhat.
Right.
And he kind of needed, like, Luis to just get a little sloppy, right?
A little
Just
too aggressive,
like,
yeah.
I mean, it's still a 1 for 1.
It's still going to work here,
yeah.
right?
Okay, so.
But the expansionist just doesn't have a good block here, so I think he just goes down to 3 probably.
Yeah, and that's really
Yeah.
tough because he's got the
Tanic and the biotech specialist.
the specialist.
A
too.
lander is just game.
Right. That's exactly game. What did he find?
And we're looking at, by the way, just 6 creatures on Luis's side of the battlefield here.
Yeah.
Sean's got 3, and every creature. The Tapestry Warden is gone. So the 2 creatures on the right will not be able to get in for a significant amount of damage. But
I mean, it is significant.
oh, sure, yeah. I mean, every
One-
point, of course, matters.
Yeah, 1 matters at this point.
I mean, as is, right? Sean is facing a lethal attack
He's
here.
just dead on board. So he can play maybe a Sunstar Lightsmith, leave up white.
And maybe bluff. You can also Starfield Shepherd to get a land and then play a Sunstar Lightsmith. It looks like just playing the Starfield Shepherd here, getting the planes, giving you that extra blocker.
And then he'll play the planes, which says,
Hey,
maybe,
play around Focus Fire, please.
Yeah.
Right.
What does Salvatto think about the proceedings? He's
Oh.
found.
A giant
No,
Intrepid Tenderfoot.
Yeah, more
is
Tenderfoot activation.
Oh, geez, a Bombard here, too. I imagine he's
and
going
he
to
could
want
just
to
do
use
all
that.
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That should lock it up
I
here.
think that just is lethal.
Right, just attack with everything, and that's just 3 creatures that get through.
And now I think, yeah, just send them.
So the conservative line is just attacking with the creatures on the left, the big creatures, because Sean can't really attack back and kill you, and this will still force 3 chump blocks. Like every creature that's attacking
even
there.
with it, yeah.
Right.
Even if there was a focus fire and
Right.
it's not.
And Luis just going, how can I lose? Because you have to block, even through a focus fire. All right, there we go.
He's going to send him in, and that looks like it will do it. And that is game. Luis Salvatto goes big to pick up his pod here. 3-0 with the big monsters out of this format. And you see the big celebration there from Salvatto. The reason that you see that, by the way, isn't just because it feels good to 3-0 your pod. Of course it does. But if you look down the line at the players that end up top 8ing events like this, the 3-0 or X and 1 in limited frequency is very high. This is a huge deal, especially for players at this level where they really have their eyes on a top 8 when they come in. You know, Luis Salvatto isn't coming in and going like, I hope I make day 2, right? He's like, I want to get to the top 8 again. And a 3-0 in a draft is a big step in that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially for a player like Luis, who's a fantastic player in all aspects of the game, but his specialty is modern. So going into it, he's got to be feeling really good that he's 3-0, and then he gets to play the format of his choice, right? So that's just an excellent place to be. So really, really great start there for Luis.
Yeah, a mix of elation and perhaps relief there from Luis Salvatto as he cleans up business in his pod. He's 3-0 heading into the next round. But we're not there yet. We're going to take a short break because we've got more limited Magic to bring you right after this. Welcome back to coverage here at Pro Tour Edge of Eternities. Marshall Sutcliffe with Paul Cheon. We are here in Atlanta, and as you can see, we're not alone. We've got MagicCon happening here. There is something for everyone out in the field. If you're a Commander player, yeah, you can find a Commander match here. If you're looking to buy cards, you can see it at the vendors. If you want to meet the artists, if you want to see the live stuff here, or if you like high-level competitive play like we do, you can come over here and watch the Pro Tour. We are in round number 3 of the Pro Tour, and we've got our draft matches still to bring you here before we transition over to Modern. In our feature match area, we're going to be joining a couple of matches in progress here. This one is Sam Bogue versus Ryan Waligora. And as you can see, Paul, both of these players are sitting on a 2-0 record, so as you might guess, they are playing for their pod.
As you can see denoted there on the side, Ryan already punched his ticket to the World Championship. It's going to be in a few months.
It is a very nice thing to have. As you can see, we're coming into game number 3 here between these two players.
So, we're good.
And you can see two little underpowered 1-drops here to kick things off, but they're fine.
Yeah. Sammy's Curiosity, certainly if you are a multicolored green deck, can do a lot of work.
Definitely. And you see the nutrient block on the other side. And if you're a sacrifice deck, which we've got a little evidence that might be the case here, that is actually where you
just works with that Lightless Evangel. Of course, the nutrient block also extremely good with cards like Embrace Oblivion.
And we're going to see ramp into ramp here for Sam Bogue. Cracked the lander.
Yeah, and we got that Cryogen Relic in play too.
All Fate Scrolls into Relic.
I mean, this looks like a deck you would love, Mario.
Yeah, I'm kind of really, these are the colors I want to play. These are the cards I want to play.
Right. Although despite that, Ryan's got a fantastic start here too, with an Umbral Color Zealot here.
So he's got both of the cares about sacrifice uncommons ready here.
It's a good board. So Sam needs to have a good follow-up here. Ooh, and Hilderblade Void has been triggered.
Oh, this is a very quick start here for Ryan. So Sam did a good job setting up mana. But we're going to need to see something like that.
Oh, my.
Specimen Freya, that's going to bounce both of these.
Was that a breeding pool?
Yeah.
Greenland, so it took some damage there. But yeah, completely stabilizes. Yeah, completely stabilizes here. And
also, who needs creatures?
Yeah.
Overrated?
Bounce a couple of things.
Spacecraft, random artifact, another artifact, sorcery that makes a lander. Sam Bogue
this is
eschewing creatures at this point.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want out of these ramp style decks. Ooh, Alpha
Yeah, it's a very solid card here.
Now will Sam have an artifact to discard here? That's usually what you want to be doing here.
Though with this much mana available, it could be 2 lands if Sam's a little bit flooded.
Sure. Mental modulation, okay.
And a land, all right.
All right, so has a nice clean block with at least the Umbral Color Zealot. You can't really block the Lightless Evangel too well, just because Ryan could potentially sack the Hilderblade, if Sam's okay with that, but then you would be trading your 2/3 for a 3/3 there.
Yes.
Auxiliary boosters here, Ryan.
The equipment sub-theme going here for Ryan. Do we have a spacecraft versus equipment fight coming? Like
possibly.
Some vehicles in
Not
here?
attacking with both here either, just the Evangel. Sam might just take it here. He's at 17.
Yeah.
Just take it, crack the Relic, lock down the Evangel, draw a card.
And that's exactly what Sam's doing here.
And if you get to the point where Sam can crack the All Fate Scroll, I mean, we're looking at 4 different land types in play here, Marshall. That's 4 cards.
And that's really annoying card for Ryan to try to get through. The Monoist is just, it trades, and if it doesn't, it can just soak up so much damage over a couple of turns.
Yeah, now this is Now these attacks are not necessarily free. You have to consider 4 mana is a really important amount of mana for somebody to be holding up, because you could be not only holding up cards like Grav Kill, but Lost in Space. Those are very commonly played removal spells at 4 mana.
I'm going to depressurize.
What happened?
The freighter picked up a couple of station counters there, charge counters.
Oh, manually moving over the Hilder Blade. That is something you can do.
You can pay 4.
Yeah. And now,
though depressurize says
response.
not so much, and that means just the 3 damage coming over.
but then the Hilder Blade will be able to move here for free again at end of turn.
Yeah, it is proven annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's
All
it going?
5/5 flyer here.
Okay.
Or, nope,
Nope.
never mind. 5/3 Lightless Evangel.
Yeah, Ryan's going to distribute these equipment. 1 for each.
Yeah, Sam just desperately trying to do everything to just stay alive here. This is the type of matchup where Sam's deck should be favored in the late game.
We see the freighter up to 6, though. It does need to get to 9 before it's in the air. Hello. We do have a vehicle fight.
Wow.
And Extinguisher Battleship wins that particular fight, although it does take out both creatures from Sam, though
Right.
we will see a 2/2 replace one of them.
There will be a 2/2 here, but what a big way to turn things around. And the ridiculous thing about the Battleship, by the way, it's got a station cost of 5.
It's almost ready to go already.
Yeah, that's a 2-turn clock.
So what can Ryan do to help reestablish some type of board here?
Did the token disappear? Oh, the token got bounced? Is that what happened there? Oh, no, excuse me. The token's on Sam's side, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to draw 4 cards.
Draw 4 cards.
Draw 4 cards.
Sam has fully stabilized here. One of the 5 sweepers that exist in the format here.
That breeding pool doing work again, by the way. Oh, and there's a watery grave too.
Wow.
That's funny. Though it looks like Sam drew it off of the All Fate scroll, so wasn't able to get that 1 extra card.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if we can see that
live.
Specimen Freighter get in the air.
This is actually interesting, though. I guess Sam had other cards in hand, because you could have stationed the Specimen Freighter, and then this turn you can do that again. I guess that's still not enough, because it's a 4-power creature on the Battleship, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is 1 short on every option for Sam right here.
Yeah.
But
This is a 10-10.
a Wayfarer is enough to get a massive 10-10 flying trampler in the air.
Sam is not done here.
I think Ryan might be, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he just didn't have a strong enough follow-up here, I don't think. Sam's still sitting at 12 life. Harmonious
Whoa.
Rogue Strider, too, and that's
What is it?
8/8?
8. So now both of the spacecraft are going to be operational?
I'm going to attack you with both.
Attack with both, mill you for 4, hit you for 14.
You're at 6. Yep, that's 4.
Oh, Vondam in Ryan's deck, really strong card, the rare. And a Cryo Shatter.
Jeez.
Wow.
Sam with all of it. This is just the dream.
This is most certainly the dream. I just don't see Ryan coming back from this.
Boosters comes back down, but
Does he have his own sweeper, maybe? That's the only card, right?
Right.
Yeah? The white sweeper, kill everything?
yeah. Because that does hit spacecraft as well.
This does not get it done, although it does kill the 10-10.
Yeah, at least it will buy you, it looks like a turn.
Actually, I'm just dead, right? Because I...
Yeah, well, but he just attacks with everything.
Oh, no, not even
There's
close.
just 20 power on Sam's side.
Easy game, not even buy you
Right.
anything. That is Sam Bogue picking up the pod victory there. And I gotta say, doing it with style, that's my kind of list right there. Not gonna lie, like basically every time I draft this set, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
not that good, but
No,
you know,
no,
an attempt at that.
It is the type of deck that, especially in the beginning of the format, this is what everybody wanted to do. But then, of course, as the format matured, if that gets overdrafted, then all of a sudden you see the white decks. Because look,
Beginning, middle, the end of the format yesterday, last night.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, even if you look at the decks that we saw in the last round, we did see the green ramp decks, which we know are extremely powerful. But we also saw the white aggressive decks at 2-0 as well. So there's still a lot of success you can have in the format. It's just in the matches that we've seen so far, the green ramp decks have been the king.
Yeah. Ugh, I love that kind of list. We've got one more to bring you here. We've got Yuchen versus Liam Kane. And you mentioned it before, Paul, but you see that little World Championship badge. Yuchen in the World Championship quite easily, but also potentially looking at Player of the Year level.
I mean, I feel like he's qualified for the World Championship like 2 or 3 times already this year.
Does feel like
various
that.
finishes. It is incredible the kind of run that he's been on. He's had a lot of success in Standard with a bunch of mono red decks, not really a thing in Modern, but if it's limited, I mean, you better believe he's going to be in position to do really, really well.
Playing up against Liam Kane, and as we come into game number 2, we had a very quick game 1 for Yuchen. Took care of business and looking to do the same here. And you can see the color pair that is capable of those quick wins. White base and then with some red here too.
Yeah. Typically the white aggressive decks are very heavy white with a little bit of a splash. Liam with what looks like some kind of multicolored green deck, and maybe we'll see the other side of this where the aggressive deck can come out on top.
There is not a proper aggressive deck in this format.
Yeah.
The most aggressive deck is this one, or any white-based deck is a more curve-out style deck. And you see that here from Yuchen.
Just punish the slow draws.
Oh,
All right, but then if your opponent just runs out of Galactic Wafer, especially because Liam was on the play here too. It's just so much harder to push through extra damage. And what I found actually with the red-white decks, a lot of the times when I've had success with red-white, I haven't drafted the archetype that often. They tend to play out more like a mid-range deck. Actually, you really kind of lean in on your middle-tier spacecrafts like the Wedge Light Rammer, stuff like that, and then you have some synergies where your creatures tap and give you some value. Those are the decks that I've had a little more success with than just trying to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, kill you.
Looks like Lumen class frigate here for Yuchen. So speaking of, this is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
This isn't all-out aggression, but it's setting up for just a slightly later turn beatdown.
Does Lu not have a follow-up here? These aggro decks just never hit their 4th land drop.
No kidding.
Looks like he kept on top though, so my guess is it's probably a land there.
Passes a turn back. So Liam's going to be happy. The Wayfarer stalled out everything. Yuchen decided just to build out his board this turn, but that means that Liam gets to stay at 20 life longer. And when you're the player who's playing cards like Wayfarer, who's looking to crack these landers, set up your mana, do stuff big in the late game, this is exactly where you want to be.
Yeah. Although actually, if you look, I do see a Plains in Liam's hand. Maybe it's more just a regular green-white deck. I saw Wormwall Sweeper in the hand as well.
Okay.
So, maybe there is still a light splash as we do see that land in play. Oh, main phase.
Main phase cracking.
So
What is
perhaps
this?
a void spell of some kind.
Oh, well,
right?
there's a swamp.
Yeah.
What is this deck from Liam?
Is it like a Hymn of the Faller, maybe? Oh, I see.
Just to
because you're
get
gonna
the land out
if
of
you're
there.
gonna do it anyways, then you want to get value off of the Surveil.
Right. The problem is that if you do it in the regular order and you surveil something great to the top, and you still want to crack your lander, you have to lose it.
Yeah, because you can't, right?
Yeah.
So good sequencing there from Liam. Actually tested with Liam for the Arena Championship a few months back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he contributed a lot because I didn't know a whole lot about Pioneer, and yeah,
Liam's up on Pioneer.
needed a lot of his help to have some success for sure in that tournament. Okay, so not a land, but basically a land, right? Starfield Shepherd here gets you the planes.
Close enough, yeah.
Lets you station the frigate. I believe it's a cost of 9 to actually turn it into a 3/5 flying lifelinker. It's a lot. But the thing with the frigate is it's so
easy.
and it's
Yeah.
also just strong because it just pumps your team anyways, even if you don't turn it into a creature.
Right, but the fact that it pumps your team means that
Right, absolutely.
those counters flow.
Oh yeah, you can just turn it on right now. Actually, yeah, this is an attack for 6 actually, and Yuchen gained a life here. This is huge.
Wow.
Oh, 12. Okay.
That's
It must
so
be more
much.
than, it must be more.
It is 12. That's
It is
so
12,
much
okay.
for one turn.
Yeah, that is, I mean, and then you just get the life back here too, right? So now you're just not, you just,
21,
it's going to be so
17.
hard to race here unless Liam does have the answer here. And now that it's been turned into a creature, it's a lot more vulnerable, right? You can find various different ways to get this off the battlefield. Grav kill. I guess Grav kill would have always killed it.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see players leave it in a non-creature state
Right.
and then do it all kind of when the coast is clear, but that was definitely the most action for Liu Yuchen that turn.
And we are looking at sideboarded games, so maybe Liam brought in some additional ways to destroy artifacts. Shattered Wings. Yeah, now on Liam's side, you're not really trying to position yourself to attack. Okay, station monitor.
Station
Wow,
Monitor's a
wait.
good start.
Station monitor. So we're looking at 4 colors at least, right? Blue, white, green, black.
Yeah, this is kind of the all of the things deck. Wow, that is a heck of a turn. Fungal Colossus too.
You can turn on the Wormwall Sweeper here. Granted, it's not going to be blocking the frigate here, so it's just attacking.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the Colossus does do a good job of just blocking all the ground creatures at least, unless Liu Yuchen has some kind of removal spell here.
Yeah, that's the worry if you're Liam Kane. That the Colossus disappears and then all of a sudden the floodgates open for some pretty nice attacks from Liu Yuchen.
Another land here, which I'm sure Liu Yuchen's happy to see, given that he missed the land drop previously. I think I see a white rare, but I'm trying to figure out if it's a Cosmo Grand Zenith or an Astelli Reclaimer. I feel
Slight
like it's one
difference.
of the two. Slight difference. One's a little bit better than the other.
Slight difference.
And both are good. I feel like if Liu Yuchen had a way to kill the 5/5, he would have fired it off by now.
Does feel like that. Liam Kane with some well-timed speed bumps on the ground.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Liu Yuchen's certainly looking to attack with the flyer. Is that a cut propulsion? Oh, he does have a removal spell. Just figuring everything out here. But yeah, cut propulsion on the Fungal Colossus would be very strong here, because then you can just attack for 9 this turn. Okay.
Wow, there it is.
Attack with everything, gain a life, exile something.
Okay. 1.
Excuse me, just gain a life. Surveil. It doesn't need that land
It doesn't
anymore.
want lands
Yeah.
anymore.
9. Yeah. 8. I'm on 23. Yeah. Go.
Oh, but that's the awkward part. Lou didn't get to
Oh,
double spell
that
here.
was all he could do.
Yeah.
Still, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, forced through a lot of damage. But if Liam can go double spell here again, you do get to basically make another chump blocker there for the frigate. Just buy you some time where hopefully once you get to the late game, you're in a better spot.
Okay,
Starfield Shepherds everywhere.
very good card.
What's your favorite thing to get with that thing?
Pollinator,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Gene Kama.
There's just so many good ones at common, actually. You got the Hull Carver, the Gale Blade.
The Dock.
Yeah, that's my least favorite one, and that's
Yeah.
the white one.
Yeah, I know. That's the most. I'd rather just get a Plains, I think. But yeah, Gene
Yep, there it is.
Pollinator. That's how you do it, Liam. And that, by the way, is the second spell. So as you mentioned, another 1/1 flying can only block flyers, hits the battlefield thanks to the station monitor.
And you know Liam has more action because he hasn't been playing a land every single turn.
3 spells in hand.
1.
And Liam says, I'm not going to be blocking with the station monitor anyway. I will get in with just it, but everything else has stayed home so far.
Ooh, Rayblade Trooper here as well. But Liam is at 8, so we're going to probably try to set up a defensive situation here.
Oh, interesting. And he put the +1/+1 counter on his spacecraft. So that actually does give him 5 total power and toughness for blocks here. So he is at least threatening to triple block.
Right. Now,
the Lumen class frigate,
and
risky, but
it is risky. And if Liu Yuchen does have just any trick, then it can be pretty rough.
yeah, I would assume that if he does attack with it, that Liam goes, just kidding, and chump blocks with the 1/1. But
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to.
22, so
Yeah.
Like one of them allows you to prolong the game a very long time.
And that is definitely an Estelle Reclaimer. So Liu Yuchen going, oh, even if you kill it, I'll just get it back.
Ah.
Right? And that's still really, really strong.
And by the way, everything getting in here.
Yeah, I mean, no terrible, there's just no, and especially because Liam's just completely tapped out here too. Like,
Yeah.
Liu knows there's not going to be any tricks. Those creatures are going to have favorable trades. If you can trade a Chrome Companion for a Galactic Wayfarer, you're pretty happy.
You got to figure he's going to put something in front of the frigate, whether
Yeah.
it's the
Is it
triple
everything?
block or the single block.
I mean, if you think about it, I guess with a combat trick, it's bad. Okay, just a single block here. Okay.
If he does just go with the single block, this is the way for him
5.
to prolong the game the
Yeah.
longest. He still has a station monitor.
Right.
It's very feasible, especially given that he's got 2 more spells in hand since he didn't play a land, that he could get multiple more triggers off of it. I don't
And
think you
no
care about the
targets.
life gain.
Estelle
Yeah.
Reclaimer, no targets. Also had a, there is a Starfield Shepherd there. He could have played that, right?
Yeah.
If
It's
he had
in
a
exile.
1-mana creature to play, but looks like just favoring having a 6/5 flyer in play. Not too bad.
It is a
Yeah.
6/5, isn't it? Yeah, that frigate's doing really good work here for Liu Yuchen, but Kane, he has been able to manage it. What does he have here?
Looks like looking at maybe casting the Starfield Shepherd, putting another flyer in play.
Keeps the land drops flowing.
Yeah. Maybe another 1-drop to trigger the station monitor again.
Right.
But no
is where-
removal. This is the tough part.
Yeah.
If Liam just had some way to just kill the frigate,
His life would be so much
so
easier.
much. But now at 5 life, you have to answer the frigate and the reclaimer. Just a super tough spot to be in.
Yeah, at some point he is going to have to just play out a flyer and just go for the big double block on one of these
Right.
threats.
Yeah.
You don't feel good about it, but
All right.
and
Hull Carver.
he did actually find another double spell turn here.
Is that on the splash? This is a
Yeah.
most ambitious mana base.
It is.
But I suppose with Starfield Shepherd, you want to just get a little more value and want to get the 2 targets. Oh, and you have a lot of Gene Pollinators. Okay. This is a
So
nice deck.
the Carver actually goes into hand,
Yeah.
and Gene number 2 is going to hit.
Can't tap that one. Some Summoning Sickness. Ooh.
What did he find?
He drew a Bombard off the top, so that is just going to ruin Liam's day. I mean, Liam at this point, I think kind of has to go for a big block because otherwise you're just double jumping every turn.
Oh, this was
And-
going to be the turn where Liu
Right.
Chen really would have had to say, I'm actually not going to do that.
Yeah.
Go. But the Bombard off the top just opens the floodgates.
Right.
Oh,
That
man.
was so strong. And yeah, I mean, you play against a red-white deck with 6 mana up, there's just so much they can have, right? Focus Fire, Bombard, Cut Propulsions.
Totally.
All right, and yeah, it looks like Liam is finally looking to line up a double block here, and this Bombard is going to be so strong. Is that a second reclaimer? I can't tell. He's got a bunch of angel-like beings in his hand and in his deck.
It's usually a good place to be.
Yeah. 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 Lose both. Lose everything. Lose 3 creatures. Lu Yuchen at 29 life now. Liam is down to 2 now, it seems. Did he take the Chrome Companion?
I think he did.
Oh, man.
The Pollinator didn't jump in front.
And I think there's an Exosuit Savior in Lu Yuchen's hand as well.
There
you
it
could
is.
just run that out, too, and that's just another lethal flyer.
Yeah.
At
that's
2
gotta be
life.
tempting.
Yeah.
He's just going to do it and pick up a Plains, put it back on the battlefield and say, go. Liam Kane, it's getting desperate here.
I mean, that's 3 flyers here. Even
3
if
lethal flyers.
Liam double spells, that's still just 2 blockers.
And he's not able to. Lu Yuchen with another 3-0 to start off the Pro Tour.
The man does
He
not
is
lose.
a machine. It's unbelievable.
This is an incredible run here.
We've covered him a ton, you know, over the past year. I mean, for a while now, and it just feels like every time we cover him, he wins.
Yeah, and it's actually incredible. Just also because I think he's been asked this in the past, and I don't know about his testing for this event, but in previous events, he just said he tests by himself. He doesn't really have a team, and he just kind of does his own thing and continues putting up these top finishes.
It's really difficult task to do. You know, we've seen it a lot of times in our time around Pro Magic where there's like a good up-and-coming player, and you always kind of see them near the top of the standings.
Right.
And then they get plugged in with one of the big testing teams where it's, you know, top tier people around them all the time, and they just flourish in that environment.
Right.
And, you know, seeing this from Lu Yuchen, who mainly tests on his own, I shudder to think what would happen if he ended up on one of those teams. Or maybe this is better for him. I don't know. But he is absolutely crushing it. That's going to do it for our limited rounds here from the PT. We are transitioning over to Modern. After this break, we'll be at the news desk. We'll be right back.